Hello all. Before we begin the video, let's discuss CloudFoundation. CloudFoundation is the premier online training platform to help individuals and organizations gain knowledge and skills in the ever-growing cloud computing industry.
Whenever a form change on the Save Record function, we need to make sure that the customer field value is available. And there is at least. Let's go function-wise. Okay, so let's talk about page init first. Okay, now page init. What is the task we are trying to see that we are trying to send the customer as this customer, as soon as the new sales order record is created? Okay, now, first thing, I mentioned that we are trying to do it in create mode right whenever you're creating a new sales order. So we are saying, context mode equals to, if it is not equals to create. What was the ask? Sorry, okay, when the form loads for editing. Okay, so we can do it right. If it is, if it is not create, we are returning. Otherwise, we are trying to set the entity as the internal ID of feed this field, which is our customer. You see, this is we are trying to set the value as 13096. Let's remove this, if part at all, so that the trim avoids the country. Very simple agent, part right. We are just getting the current record. Current record.setValue entity value is this. So as soon as we go and create a new order, edit any existing sales order, we will see the value as value for customer. Is this okay? Our save record function is, you need to make sure that we have entity field value available. Entity as in customer, right? So if the customer is available, then fine. If we don't have a customer field value, if we did not set the customer field value, then we need to throw an alert. You understood the problem statement. Let's say, if I create a sales order, and if I remove this, right? And if I try to save this, okay, then on your save record function you need to validate if this field value is available. If not, then you need to throw it. So an alert saying that this field value is missing. Okay, that is the task. Now what we're doing here. We are checking. If the field value entity is not available, this is a note, not symbol, then what we are doing? We are throwing, and we are basically creating an error message. So you're creating an error. Instead of that, I'll tell you an easier way, right? Alert. Customer is missing. Kindly add customer name before proceeding. This looks better, right? Okay. So what it does? Alert means, as you save it, it will come as a pop-up on the top. We will see when we try deploying it. We'll see. Okay. This will come as an alert. Now we can do two ways, right? Okay, let's run it on. Create and edit both. If you want to reflect, the condition was on mode right. The condition was, if context.mode is equals to create. Then we do this. Okay, I don't want to run it only for create. I want to run it for create, edit, everything. Now save. Record is clear. Now validate field. What we're doing if we are editing the quantity of sales order item. The validate field events ensure that the number is less than 3. So in validate field, we are seeing if the sublist ID, sublist name right. If the sublist ID is item, and field name is equals to quantity, then we are the validate field. Ensure that the number is less than 3. The other ref number. As quantity is less than 3. Okay, so it is. They're not throwing an alert or anything. It is basically they're trying, if it is less than 3, they're trying to value set. The value is less than 3. Otherwise they're trying to say it is quantity accepted. Anything is fine. So let's modify this a bit. Okay, let's not go with the same thing. Let's say I want to validate is same thing. Let's say if test tag value is what should we do? Or should the same example? We can go with the same example also. So instead of saving this field value, what we'll do? We'll throw an alert. Okay, so what I do if it is less than 3, I will say return false. Else, we have returned. Perfect. When it returns false, it will not allow you to set the field value. So this is what we did in the validate field. If the quantity value is less than 3, then we'll say return false. Otherwise return true, so which means we are saying it. If it is equals to a greater than 3, then it is okay. There is only one parameter, which is our script context of context. Under that you have all these options available. All these you can call it as additional parameters, I would say so. You add additional values, basically objects. You have current record, you have some list ID of field ID, and then you have line also. We are not using line anyways, but we just took it as a or I can remove it from your right. So we have current record. We have some list ID. We have field ID. Now what we are doing, current record. We already know right now, if you are checking, if the sublist of sublist ID item which is the sublist? Right. Then we are checking if the field name is quantity. And then we are checking, if the value is 3 or less than 3, then it is false, otherwise 2. Okay. I know they have made it a little tricky. So I will help you to make it a little easier so that you understand it better, okay? I'll take it as where quantity equals to this. Clear. And now here I will put this entire logic based on this variable. We just try to make it a little more, so that you don't get confused. What they were doing earlier is, this entire logic was within this block. So I take it as a variable. What I'm doing, I'm getting the field value for quantity. I'm taking it in this variable, and then doing a condition based on that. If quantity is greater than 3,
and finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.